Okay then, welcome back guys. We are back with I Love You, Colonel Sanders. And we are picking up right where we left off, which is the lunch scene. So without further ado, let's get into it, I guess. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's go. Wow, this cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Of course. You can only do as best you can if you have good foods. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. As you see, I was. Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, I was. It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But I. Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share it with everyone for lunch. That must be that smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head, its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high with huge pieces of chicken breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish, the aroma envelops you. You begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculations, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. That's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. Okay. Sure, sure, sure. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just, like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, the man. You don't want any. I'll take his. Whoa, whoa. Hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. If I have to, I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor this moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Swim towards the light. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Pepper? Too obvious. Oregano? Basil? Maybe. But there's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. You dig deeper. 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 Yes, even deeper still. Until you find it. Could it be? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. You really did it. How bold. How adventurous to use. Ba-da-ba. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Hahaha, how bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. I like the staff. I don't know where you pulled it from, but I like the staff. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? Semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily. But it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I used butter. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Butter? Wow, you never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And butter? Definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to following to knowing the full recipe. But if you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. Dare I say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Beg him to show you your own strength, wow him with a big idea, to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up, be modest but thoughtful. Modest but thoughtful. Anything else, I feel like, is detrimental. You're showing off too much. And that tends to backfire more often than not. Well, I just wanted to show you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Ember. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena. This looks like it's on a show, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. We finally get to show off our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show off our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're gonna earn with your signature adorable tiny creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over to you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Damn, okay. Aggressive. Hey, Colonel. Would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2? That is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Ember. I'll prepare a station. Oh, Miriam. Without you as a partner, Miriam is standing all alone. The two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop bzz. Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick 4. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? We're gonna go with Clank. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. Not entirely clear if Pop has any idea But the point of the school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Work. Work. Hold on there, fellow. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzzz. Tissue? I hardly know you. Okay. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravies. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even have to cook it. Well, this is all based around KFC. So I feel like the mashed potatoes and gravies is what they want here. Yeah. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy? Couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders cast a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. You better keep your hands off my man. Did someone call for me? Ugh, no. Geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Ember's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tossed them into a boiling water. Turns his attention to you and your old friends. Ooh, that's loud. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Fine. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Ember was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense. But one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, best friend, your forever bestie who always has your back. Turn to Miriam. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. Actually, I think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust vis-a-vis. I think that's how you say that? My skills as a chef, perhaps. My skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are surely mistaken. Miriam, you are a loyal friend, but Ember is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn these cute corgis on the short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize in the tense moment your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mash texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well. Oh, well, your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. Reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. You two stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure of this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right in Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realized it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Ember. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potato face? Van Van rushes over, covered dish in hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus and my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe forged with my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. Okay, sure. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van, swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed. It may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Oh, he's a ghost. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, and then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. Homie just casually intakes poison. Okay. Sure. That's, you know, normal. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final movements. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They're as motionless as statues. Class bell rings, disrupting that moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poison of all kinds. Who would have known? I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I turned into a ghost over here! Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Please let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! The poor ghost kid. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building takes on another vibe entirely. It's dark. And more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Ember? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And ever since, I have been working towards that dream day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights. Like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our soul may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Oh, his hair. Oh, there it goes. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him, we're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The Spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? He's rhyming on purpose. Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss this syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws an energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation? You hold your head between your hands and mutter, this is not happening, this is not happening. Spork Monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to tumbly go on the attack against. Spork Monster uses Utensil. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive this battle. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce into the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean this up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares to use its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. This injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him. Spare this wretched beast. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of the gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster leaves behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library book tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely defeated. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Okay. Audible. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have gotten you home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. It's a tennis racket. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tightly tucked in. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there. Instructing your love dreams. Oh, weird. Okay. Okay. think how we're gonna do this is we'll do half a day each episode. Because I don't want to make them too long, and I feel like the days are really long. So we will start day 2 in the next video. Again, I hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you have any comments or things you would like to see me play, you can drop that in the comments below. Obviously, otherwise I don't know where you would put comments. If you like the video, give it a like, let me know. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.